So why do we avoid pain? I just watched a TED talk about this, about pain and what it delivers to you, and it has me ask myself a question. Why are we so hell-bent on avoiding pain? Why are you so hell-bent on avoiding pain in your life? Pain is an amazing tool to help you grow and help you evolve and help you be the best version of you can be. Pain shows you that something in your life isn't right, and to go through the pain brings you an amazing life on the other side. So I look at my own version of obviously the whole PTSD, depression, suicide thing, which I'm almost sick of talking about now. It's I feel like I bang on about it all the time, but that immense amount of pain that I went through motivated me and drove me to be a far better human and puts me in the position today where I do the strong life. If I didn't go through that immense pain, then I wouldn't have got to this point. When I look at the breakdown of my marriage and then the ensuing period of time that I'm still involved in now, which is a bit of a challenge around spending time with my daughters because of shared parenting, differences with my ex-wife, with their mum. That amount of pain again gives me great growth and great connection and great abilities in my life in how I treat other humans, how I interact with that situation, how I treat the girls. There's a whole lot of things. So ironically, as I look around my life, the pain in my life has delivered amazing, amazing happiness. And it's delivered things to me that has been just phenomenal in the end of understanding who I am, what I'm about. It's really made me define who I am. It's made me look at myself in the mirror really clearly and very critically to go, what sort of a human being are you? Are you a shit human being that's creating this pain and difficulty for yourself? Or are you a decent human who's creating amazing things? And as my life now in the last probably 6 months since I quit my corporate job, which I hated, and it was very much a painful experience, but the pain of not having an income was more painful to me than being in a job I hated. So I understand that. But now that I actually went through the pain of creating the strong life over, the last 2 or 3 years, but really it's been over the last probably 13 to 15 years of educating myself and doing different things, gets me to a point in my life now where I'm living the life I love. But it took an immense amount of pain. And at times I tried to avoid it. Most of the time I tried to avoid it. I tried to self-medicate it with alcohol, with recreational drugs at one point, with a whole lot of different things in my life. Now I look and go, I don't avoid pain. I embrace it for the lessons it can teach me. If I come across a situation in my life that I find painful or I find difficult, then I look and go, well, obviously something's off kilter. I'm off the tracks somewhat in my life around that situation. So for instance, if Rach and I, in our relationship, we've got an amazing relationship, she's a beautiful woman. If something in that isn't working, then I ask myself, if that's causing me pain or frustration or angst or sadness, I've got to ask myself, well, what's going on? What is it in my life that's causing me that pain? And often the people I talk to are in a fair amount of pain. Often the people that I talk to through Strong Life are in some sort of emotional pain. Could be around anxiety or stress or PTSD or around all sorts of things. I've got people reaching out to me all the time now and they're in pain. And the simplicity of a lot of my responses is, if something's not working and you're in pain and there's difficulty, well, you're making some bad decisions and some bad choices. And even though that's met with some resistance at times, that is the absolute reality. If you're embracing the pain and flowing through it in your life for the lessons it can teach you and what it can do for you, then the outcome of that is amazing. But it's whether you've got the courage to look into the darkness and the pain and what you're creating to put yourself in that situation. If you've got an amazingly happy life where everything's going super well for you, it's because you've created it. If you've got a life that's got difficulty and pain and challenge and obstacles, same thing, you've created it. And I look back at the darkest times of my life, through leaving the police, through difficulty in my marriage, through friendship breakdowns, all sorts of things, through businesses that didn't work. It was all driven out of my own decisions and often driven by me trying to avoid pain. So I went into a building business where I lost a fair bit of cash, and that was because I was driving towards trying to avoid the pain of working in the job I was in. I thought I would love the building industry, but I didn't. When I've looked at other things I've tried to avoid pain with, and it just hasn't worked out, because by running from the pain to something else, you don't actually change that pain, you just transfer it. I had a conversation with somebody recently who was battling with suicidal thoughts, and I said to them, if you are to take your life, you don't end that pain, you transfer it to the people you love. Pain is a part of our human experience. There's nothing more simple than that. There's nothing that's more unavoidable than that. How long it lasts and the intensity that you experience is your choice. Because if you'll embrace the pain and look at what you're doing that's creating the situation that gives you the pain, and actually pull your finger out and do the work to get out of that pain, then your life can be amazing. Just a little rambling thought of the day that came to me for you guys, and I think it's really important. If you embrace the pain and see what it teaches you, then you create an amazing life. Have an amazing day, my friends. Talk to you soon.